Rolling.
We are back for another 5 episode of what I love to call Rants of Naija. Yes. Today we're going to be talking about GOATs in every single thing in Nigeria. So we're going to go from industry to industry. The way the game is going to go is that we'll pick a piece of paper off the table, and whatever we read off that table, we'll have to say who the GOAT is in that industry. But you understand that we consume these things differently, and as the end of the day is a matter of perspective. So we are going to have very different opinions. On the show today, I have Mr. Lawal, Mr. Should I go with Mr. Lawal? Or should I just
Lawal's fine.
I
can't these days when I went by Molash. Because usually you have introduced me as Molash, but Lawal's just fine.
So how far what's happening? Are you ready for the show today?
Nothing much. I think I'm ready. When you're talking about goats, if there's goats, I'm always there. But like actual goats, goat meat. But yeah, we'll handle this.
I'll pardon that joke. So we're going to go. We'll have to pick a piece of paper, whatever I read of the paper, then we'll have to. You tell me who your goat is, I'll tell you who my goat is. So we're going one by one.
That's fine. What kind of categories are there? Let me know.
There are so many categories. I don't know. It's under the paper. Somebody wrote it for me, so I don't know what's under the paper.
Because at the end of the day, there are some categories that I may not really know like that. I'll just say like what I know from my own perspective.
Yeah.
If it's a goat, fine. If it's not, like that's just how I perceive it.
No, nobody's judging you. Unless you tell lies. So we are ready. So as the guest, you pick. Let's go.
I should pick. Can I like?
No. Just pick what's on top.
How do I know you haven't like arranged it?
No, I've not arranged. Just pick what's on top. Then we'll go.
Big Brother contestants. Go to Big Brother contestants. What was his name? The guy that won, the pilot guy. Miracle, absolutely Miracle.
Why do you think he's the GOAT?
Because I feel like, maybe it's personal, I feel like he resonates a little bit what I would do if I was on Big Brother. Just go,
win your money,
try to win, and then like go low key. You don't have to be in the entertainment scene like every other contestant is trying to be. So I think, and he won, obviously. So that's if that's a criteria, the fact that he won is already a good thing for him. And he had a good run. He didn't have a lot of scandals except with the dating someone that already had a boyfriend outside. But that's a big scandal. But I think him or Ebuka.
Yeah, that's for me. My own GOAT is Ebuka. I think when Ebuka won, he has achieved what he has accomplished coming out of the house. He didn't win, I think he got 7th or so, but he came out of the house and he's one of the biggest TV show hosts in the country. So,
but then, are we talking about him as a Big Brother contestant or as an alumni? Because
no, at the end of the day,
as a contestant, he came out like he wasn't even in the top.
So the way I'm looking at it is greatest of all time among the contestants, how they've thrived outside the house. Because the house is a very limited period, you can't use that.
Oh, okay, that would make sense then.
Yeah. Good producer. That would be music producer, I think.
Don Jazzy, I think. I don't think there's any argument there. He's been in the game for so long. He's churned out a lot of stars from. Well, I don't know if he's personally responsible for some of these, but from Don Jazzy to Wande Cole to Tiwa Savage to Mohit. What?
From Don Jazzy to Wande Cole.
The band.
He produced for himself. So that's fair.
He's been on a couple of hits, right?
That's fair.
So from the band, and then this new school. Before even the new school, we had them Korede Bello, Ricardo Banks, DJ they were popping, and then now Arya Star, Rema. Like, there's no competition for Don Jazzy. What do you think?
For me, I have to go with. I don't go with Don Jazzy because Don Jazzy for a while now he hasn't been the one producing. He has so many people producing for me in house. So I don't know. I think Don Jazzy is the obvious answer, but I think I'm looking at SARS. I'm looking at Shizzy's in the conversation. And then I'm looking at Mastercraft. So I don't know, but I'll just go with Mastercraft.
I think those are fair. But then there's also like, it's producing just about making the beats. Because even some producers have come out to say that there's more to producing than beat making. So if it's about making the beats, yes, SARS, Mastercraft, they have like fire beats. But there's more to producing, like more to production than just making the beats.
No, they have fire beats, mixing fire songs.
Yeah, even the fact that he's bringing up other producers, I think is a plus for him. But yeah, anyway, my choice is Don Jazzy.
That's fair. I'll go with Mastercraft. So pick let's go.
Okay. Rapper. Good rapper in Nigeria. It's Mr. M.I. Abaga. I think that's it. He's been in the game as well since 2008, 7, 8 or so. He's dropped really good albums that you may not even classify as rap album, just album generally, and very, very dope rap mixtapes. And even recently, he's like EPC. He has dropped some projects that he doesn't even try to promote as much. It's just like, okay, I'm a rapper, I rap, this is what I do. So here's this project, right? The Judas EP, the one he did with AQ, just like there are some projects he just dropped for the sake of it, I think. And obviously, what's this? The latest album, my guy. Yeah. Baga, greatest rapper in Nigeria.
For me, I think that's the first shout. There's only one answer to this question, so I'm going with Baga.
So,
but Olamide has a strong shout. Olamide has a strong shout in that conversation. Olamide is one of those things where he's not a wrong answer. So if you were to say Olamide, I wouldn't have an issue with it. If you were to say somebody like Netose or Vector, I'll have an issue with it. But I think it's either I go with Baga or Olamide. That's just how I see it.
But then, okay, this still brings us back to, or this takes us to, what are the criteria for judging a rapper? Are you judging them based on their success as an artist or as a rapper?
That's the thing. I always get confusion with this thing because people still judge Drake as a rapper and Drake sings a lot. So people still put him in that rap conversation. So the fact that Olamide started as a rapper, I still have to box him in that rap category. Even though there are so many occasions where he sings. So I just go with, I'm going with Baga, but I'm saying Olamide is not a bad answer too. Olamide is not far off and he's not a bad answer. If you had to say Olamide, I wouldn't be able to put an argument for.
So we are saying runner up Olamide.
I'm just saying it's one A1B. Olamide is not a bad answer. If you had to go with Olamide, I'll take that. GO.A.T musician. For me, it's just P-Square. I think it's P-Square that is a good musician.
P-Square good musicians. Why? Why do you think so?
I think consistency, hits, how long they've been in the game. It's very hard for an artist to go off and just choose to come up at their own whim and still dominate the game.
Did they come back?
That was before Bank Alert. They dominated, they went, they split up, they came back with Bank Alert, it was still a hit, still dropped some Nobody Ugly, still dropped some songs, and they still hit. So the fact that they have that power, that much power, for me, I don't see hits, number one, albums, number one. They are touring the world every single time, so for me, P-Square, number one. Good.
What do I think? I think to categorize Nigerian musicians, you have to like break them into different sections because we have been in different phases. So there's the P-Square phase, obviously P-Square, Two-Face, and the Bunch. They were the top three then, no competition. Now before those guys, we had, who were the guys before those? We have them.
Fela.
I don't know. Fela said it's even like before. There were some guys that were trying, them. Azados, Idris, all those people. Kenny's music, Kenny's music before Two-Face now took the shine from Kenny's music. And then, anyway, after Two-Face, the Bunch, P-Square, we got to this phase where it became, I think, Burna
was not even there.
Burna,
Olamide, Wizkid, and Davido.
Would you say Olamide was there with like Wizkid?
Omotosho
was
he came after, but I think they were the big three for a very long time. So
Olamide, maybe I have a bias against Olamide, I don't know, but I don't know why I'm not seeing him in that light. So it's but okay, and then Burna Boy eventually got into the picture, and then now there's a more new school Gen Z-ish right that we're getting into with the Arya Star, Rema, Fireboy. So if you are picking one each from this phase,
just pick one.
One general. It's going to be very, very difficult to pick one artist, but Two-Face because of his legendary, just because of his legendary.
But Don Jazzy said he's good, so
why is Don Jazzy's word final?
No, I'm just saying. So that's a strong shout. Two-Face is nice.
Two-Face is a nice shout. I really can't pick a GOAT for music. Burna Boy is also a really nice shout. Davido has massive hits. I don't know. I can't pick one GOAT for music.
That's fine. Who picked last time? I think I picked.
If you are picking like turn by turn, why don't we shuffle it? Because if it's ordered, then okay, athlete.
So what are you going with?
Does it include footballers?
No, they are singers. So it's not going to include them.
Because like if it's athletes, I would always track and field, then track and field. But if it includes
basketball,
footballers,
football, everything.
With footballers, probably JJ Okocha or Kanu Wanko.
I think Osimhen has strong. I think when it's all said and done. But the thing is that Anthony Joshua, Giannis, those guys are not really profiled as Nigerians.
Oh no, I don't think they are part of the conversation.
So I think when it's all said, what of Toby Amusan? The one that broke record.
Toby Amusan has a good recent run with the hurdles, right? The hurdle sprint runner. Yeah, I think she's in the conversation. But again, that's the thing. If you are putting footballers in, it's going to be very difficult for any track and field star to be, because like football already gives you.
What if you say boat was a Nigerian?
That's a good point. But if a boat is a Nigerian now, you're talking globally, and you have football icons like Ronaldo and Messi, Usain Bolt won't be in the conversation.
No, for Nigeria now. For Nigeria.
This is what I'm talking about. Like if you are increasing the
no, I don't go global now. I just
understand. So if you are limiting it to Nigeria, Nigerian footballers will still have an edge over Nigerian track and
field. No, that's what I say. What if it was Usain Bolt was in Nigerian and he had dominated as much as it would be him?
I don't know, man. Yeah. But well, for athletes, including footballers, I'll go with either G.O.A.T or Kano. You said Osimhen.
No, I think when it's all said and done, I think in the next 10 years we'll be saying Osimhen because I don't think G.O.A.T or Kano has ever been at this
level.
But
still, it's too soon.
That's what I'm saying. When it's all said and done, I truly believe that we're saying Osimhen. Well, I'm going with that's how do you quantify this greatness thing? I'll go with Kano just because of what he has achieved.
Yeah, Kano's a good shout, I think.
GOAT comedian.
GOAT comedian.
I know who is not the GOAT of comedy. Who is not? No, let's not say him. GOAT comedian, I think is basketball. But both is coming true. Both is a very strong shout for basketball.
Good comedian. I also go basketball, but again, just like music, for comedians, we have to break them up again. Because like there was the time when we had them Alibaba and then was Agu. No, basketball wasn't there.
He was
really
upcoming to an extent.
Basketball came up, I think, after Night of 1,000 Laughs.
No, it was in Night of 1,000 Laughs.
It was I Go Die was like the king of Night of 1,000 Laughs.
So basketball was
coming up. That's what I'm saying. It was coming. It wasn't like
the biggest.
Yeah, it wasn't the biggest. It was an upcoming comedian in a sense during that Night of 1,000 Laughs era. And then after Night of 1,000 Laughs era, then you now had the AY live era where what's his name? Apororo, Pencil,
don't call
all those other comedians came up after. Who should win the good conversation?
Don't call it Apororo, please.
But like during the AY live era, you understand? He was there. He Bobby, and him, Bobby, those people. And then now, I don't know. Now
there's nobody now.
There's nobody now, right? I think Skitmaking has kind of taken over comedy. But then there's this guy that's just dropping his comedy special on Netflix. What's his name? I've forgotten his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
SK something.
Yeah.
He does skits too, right? He was a skitmaker. He does this something I'm not a bastard. He used to rhyme like sitting in the car trying to make a call. Shit, I forgot his name, brother SK or something like that.
Yeah.
He's really good. I saw some clips of his Netflix special. I want to watch it. So the fact that he has a Netflix special for the new school, if Netflix is a standard to go by, AY has a Netflix special too, a terrible Netflix special. So AY can also be in the conversation, to be honest, for good comedians because of the things he's achieved.
Yeah.
In terms of like his movies, numbers, the AY live itself, like phasing out.
But I feel just because of the fact that he's horrible at stand-up, just subtracts.
Yeah, for the fact that he's not a good comedian.
Subtracts ads from his legacy.
For the fact that he's not funny. But for other things, he achieved quite a lot. But yeah, greatest comedian, I'll go basketball out.
But I feel the comedy industry is actually decaying. If they were smart, I think that they will do a Night of 1,000 Laughs thing with, because they have the connections and they can make a whole series, maybe 7 episodes, give everybody an episode, label it as Night of 1,000 Laughs, just because of the nostalgia effect. You can use you can have Bucci one episode, basketball one episode, both one episode, just make it a series, Night of 1,000 Laughs. Or Netflix, they have the connection.
And that's why, again, that's why I say AY will still be in the conversation, because beyond comedy, he does a lot for Nigerian comedy, beyond standing on the stage and making jokes.
Yeah.
So in terms of movies, and now his Netflix special, I think he's the first Nigerian comedian that had a Netflix special, special on Netflix, and hopefully we'll see more comedians like doing this. So the fact that he's setting the pace is a good thing, and maybe it will revive Nigerian comedy. I hope so, because stand-up is...
But what did you pick as your GOAT?
Basketball.
Okay, basketball. Okay.
He has some cringe jokes though.
GOAT TV presenter.
GOAT TV presenter, Ebuka.
I'm just going with IK, because I think IK is better than Ebuka when it comes to presenting and TV stuff. But that's the thing, do we go with news reporters or presenters or having your own show? So I'll just go with IK for me, GOAT.
You know what I wouldn't go with IK? IK tries and fails to be funny a lot.
But that's not what presenting is about.
Yeah, but he has made it part of his presenting. Ebuka doesn't try to be funny when he's presenting. Ebuka just comes, does what he needs to do, says what he needs to say, reacts and stuff like that. But he's not trying to make the audience laugh per se. IK intentionally wants to make the audience laugh and he fails. So I'll say Ebuka, IK is a good shout. Well, but there are other presenters like on news stations, they've shown the Arise News.
Just because they don't transcend with everybody. Because when we talk Ebuka, when we talk IK, everybody knows them. But Rufai and Shimon are just limited to the own political space.
And okay, now see that's one thing that's one edge Ibuka still has over IK. Ibuka does rubbing minds on channels where he interviews different people from music to politics, everything, and then the Big Brother. He does a lot. Big
Brother is the biggest show right now.
Yeah, there's the Bounce podcast. I don't know. Like
I know it's the Bounce podcast.
I just think it's Ibuka. IK good job for IK. Like
good
he had a good run, but Ibuka Edison. Presidents. Good president in Nigeria.
The bar is really low for this one.
We don't have any good presidents in Nigeria. All of them are what's the channel we go? Kids at best, sheep. I don't know. I wouldn't say we have any good presidents in Nigeria. But from those that have, in my experience, maybe Obasanjo.
I think this one will do both best of all time because to do great, none of them are actually really great. To be honest.
That makes sense.
I don't think we can give a shout to Yar'Adua, but he didn't do it long enough.
Yar'Adua, there's not a lot to hold him by. Like he had a short time, although they were like I think he has a good reputation.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if his reputation.
No,
is
he actually.
his
So at extent, he did a good job.
Really? Well,
so for me, I would go with Obasanjo, but I think that the bar is really, really low.
The bar is really low, but like during that Obasanjo era, there was a lot of like economic growth. People were returning from diaspora, coming back to Nigeria. There was a lot of belief in Nigeria, maybe because we were coming out of the military era, like it was democracy again. So there was a lot of hope and belief. But now people are hopeless. Where Tinubu, Atiku didn't inspire a lot of hope. Peter Obi brought hope to some people, but it was very long, very difficult, almost impossible task for him to win. So, yeah, I'll just go Obasanjo as the best president that I've experienced.
He's the only. You started from him now. He was military like, before.
Before military, we were prime ministers and stuff. So
I'm not working on it.
Okay, I think that's you.
Good actress. I don't know how to call them actresses.
Why not? I
know. Now as actor.
Okay, so does actress now exclude males, or is just
I don't understand actress? But actress. Okay, we can just do.
Actor and actress.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There might be an actor category, but we'll just keep it even. So for me, actor, I'm going to go. I feel there's only one answer for actor. That's the male category. Ramsey Noah for me is the only answer there. Then for females, I think I'll go with. Is it that Omotola, Genevieve, or Mercy Johnson? Bro? I think just because of her range and how good she can act any role, so I'll just go with Mercy Johnson.
So now, greatest actor again. Some of these things they have to define because we don't know the parameters. They have to select. Are we talking about their talent or are we talking about their movies, awards? But
everything,
whatever the case is, Ramsey Noah is a good shout. I think probably besides Ramsey Noah, RMD is for people because RMD was also. Like he's been there since, and he's versatile. He started playing young roles, dad role. Even now, he can still play lover.
That's the mad transition. Transition.
So throughout, like he's been there. Ramsey Noah too, from the days of what was that movie that he hung himself and he came back. I can't remember.
When you were mine, love of my life.
There was a movie that was. No, it's not. I think that was the first movie that I saw. Anyways, it's a very very old movie where he hung himself and he swore that he'll come back and some old shit. But yeah, Ramsey Noah, and he's still relevant now. So yeah, Ramsey Noah or RMD. I'll go RMD anyways. Female, Genevieve, I'd say. Just cause, I don't know. Genevieve just seemed like a timeless actress.
Longevity too.
Yeah, longevity from the days of, I think it was her first movie. She was an armed robber, or she was a newscaster, Most Wanted.
I remember her first movie, man.
That's you now, me. Me, I can remember some.
You're watching films since the 80s.
I've been watching not 80s, but like I think her first movie was Most Wanted, and since then she's kept on going and going. And yeah, but Inedo too is good. So I think those are your top three. You said Inedo, Mercy.
No, I said Mercy Johnson,
Genevieve
and Omotola. But I think
so that'll be your top three.
Why I say Mercy Johnson just because I feel she has more range, just because of the fact that she can act any role and kill it.
Makes sense.
So I'll go for it. But I feel there's no wrong answer.
So what do you go? Are you saying they are
not in the conversation? For now, it's too early for now. Okay. Maybe in the next 10 years.
Yeah, alright.
But for now, it's too early.
Music label. Mohits / Mavins. Can we start merging them together? Because it's under the same administration, basically. Mohit/Mavins. Besides them, who else would I talk? Maybe Chocolate City.
Chalk Boys are the good ones.
Chalk Boys are the good. Even now, because Chalk Boys, like Chocolate City is still a label that's running with Black Bones and CK, right? CK is still on that Chocolate City.
Young John.
Oh, Young John is Chocolate City. See, I didn't even know that. But yeah, I'll say either Mohit/Mavins and then Chocolate City.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go with Mohit/Mavins because when you talk about label, they actually embrace the label culture and they've been very consistent, bringing in new artists to the game and moving on and still signing. But the thing is that I think YBN has a strong shaft just because of what they've produced.
True.
Lil Kesh, Adekunle Gold, you got Asake, Fireboy. They've had some crazy artists too.
Yeah, YBN is definitely in the conversation.
So it's strong shaft for YBN, but you can't beat Mavins.
Like if you are signed to Mavins, like for every artist, it's just like if you are signed to Mavins, even if you are not like you're not up there in like the conversation, you have 1 or 2 years.
But even the structure, they got songwriters signed to Mavins, they have producers signed to Mavins, they have DJs signed to Mavins, they have everything signed to Mavins. So the structure is absolutely there.
Mavins definitely good check.
But Chalk Boys, shout out to Chalk Boys because
they're a good school of Kenny's music. Kenny's music was fire, like with the prime time Africa, all of that.
My problem with Kenny's music is just too many controversies. They stole Two Faces money, they stole this money. But I've not really heard of any strong controversy coming from. Maybe should have had their controversies, but
yeah.
I think I'll just go too many controversies for Kenny's music.
But if I go old school, I'll give you like GO.A.T of old school. But is this all time?
All time. Well, actor, I think we've gone this.
Yeah, we've gone actor.
So actor is gone out of the way.
Go next.
Video director. Good video director. Let me start with this one.
Okay,
go video director. For me, I'll just go with Clarence Peters. Just because I've seen him kill so many videos with different concepts. He has a crazy imagination, very, very creative. But the thing with TG is that, for me, TG, a lot of people will say TG, but TG is limited because not a lot of people can afford his budget. I'm talking of $30,000, $40,000. But there was a time that Clarence was going, I'll do $1 million for upcoming artists. You could see his creativity shine on so many different aspects. Whereas TG has so many similar videos. It's not enough on TG, but I'm going with Clarence. I think Clarence for me is the good video director.
I totally agree with you on TG. There's something, I don't know, there's something always similar in TG videos. There also the tweet I saw someone say the wambalization of Nigerian music videos or something. What TG does is he brings a lot of people, a lot of what they call these people in the back, like back actors or whatever, and then a lot of color.
Yeah, no, it's coming.
That's good.
So sorry.
No, it's fine. What's the name of these people that act like behind the camera?
Fillers.
Extras. Oh yeah, filler. Yeah. So what TG does is that he brings a lot of extras into the video, and then he adds a lot of like popping colors. The videos are good, quite alright, but it's always, and it's beginning to inspire a lot of newer videos again.
Yeah.
But Clarence had, once Clarence shot it, Clarence had a very good run. When Clarence was going also, and there was someone that was competition for him. I can't remember.
Unlimited Ellie.
Cesar, yeah. You know, the thing with
Cesar was expensive.
Why Cesar kind of had his niche? Like he's not dropping videos. He's not dropping videos every other week, but he just drops like 1, 2, 3 videos for some people, and that's it for the year. But those videos were always very, very clean. In the time when we were coming with clean videos. Another shout. I know we're supposed to pick one, but Jude and Jisokoye.
I'm not with you on that thing.
Why?
Me, I would have said Mo Musa. Because anybody out there shoot their video in London or in UK at that time would go to Mo Musa. So I would have said Mo Musa.
Here's what I'm mentioning, Jude. P Square's videos changed Nigerian music video scene. Like from the days of Senorita, when it was Senorita, the quality is shit. Yeah. But just the direction, the cinema, the choreography, everything, the story, there was always a story to it. From that time up to Busybody, the Busybody remix, Game Over. Roll It was killer, like the yellow, green, what they do with colors, yellow, green and red. The colors, the costumes, More Than a Friend is mad. Like if you watch More Than a Friend now, you still respect it, and this was like decades ago. So I think Jude has a good shout. To Do Me, obviously, Do Me was a crazy video as well.
Do you think TG stopped you?
TG Omori, bubbling on that.
I don't think it's because I'll still put Unlimited Ellie over TG.
Yeah, maybe it's probably not like 4th or 5th somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is that the limitation, not everybody can afford this video, so I'm never going to do this.
It's also bad for him because we are talking about of all time. If we're talking about now, like top.
No, now
top.
it's the hottest. No,
Yeah,
no,
now it's the hottest. No doubt of all time.
Let's go.
Podcaster, rants of a Nigerian boy.
I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. I don't really top 10. But all honesty has to be, I say what I say. I think they are the biggest.
The thing is, I can't really say because I don't listen to podcasts or watch podcasts.
Because I see what I see. They've been doing podcasts since 2017, and we're in 2023 now.
Yeah.
So started 2017, they were only doing, I think, audio then. Then they moved on, they transitioned into videos, and now the fan base, when we talk about podcasts in Nigeria, they do live shows in London, live shows in places, and after people just come to hear their opinions and hear them speak. So definitely, I see what I see for now.
Yeah, I think because like the fact that I know the I Said What I Said podcast, even though I'm not like a podcast person. So I think that's good. The fact that they are, and the people in podcast too, FK and Jaws, they are also, they have their own personal brand that's very good, and they bring that into the podcast. What other podcasts are there though? There's one, I know Mr. Easy was doing one with
no, for me right now, my favorite, but I say what I say, there's How Far, there's Still With It.
Which one is How Far podcast?
That's the Mr. Easy thing. But all these people were famous before they started their podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, so the ones that are not famous are me and Big Talk people. But one day, we just started our podcast randomly.
Big Talk podcast is good. I think probably a top one in Abuja as well.
No, it's in Abuja, no doubt.
But is there now something about podcasts, like, can you categorize podcasts from those who were famous before they started the podcast, or those who started with the podcast?
No, the thing with podcasts is that if you are famous before you start, obviously you put it on Instagram, you have the numbers already. But when you just start off random,
you have to look for something to go viral.
It's going to be ridiculously difficult. But
there's this podcast that's in conversation now, the one that this guy is always on talking trash. So what's his name? He was a radio guy before. He's always saying something about women not wearing bras.
Honest bunch.
That's Honest Bunch,
they're on fire now.
Because of that viral, like, thing clips are always
viral. They were already famous. Like, I think 80%
it's Nedu, yeah.
80% of them were already famous.
I think currently it's a hot podcast, whether I like it or not.
It was an encapsulation of all their fame coming into one podcast, so it was always going to go viral. So yeah, I think it's my turn.
Okay.
G.O.A.T Skitmaker. Skitmaker. I think.
Lasisi?
No, Chris Clown started the trend, but I don't think Chris Clown is the best among the Skitmaker. Then I'll just go with Sydney. Because of how many people. Yeah, I'm going with Sydney. Because of how many people Sydney has brought into the game, and the fact that he just makes very short videos and they actually.
But like he's a Skitmaker, not a talent. I don't know.
I know that even for skit making, based on what he's done in skit making industry and just his own skit making himself, so I'll go with.
Okay, here's the thing: the skits are supposed to be funny, right?
The skits are very funny.
I've watched a number, but they are very. Maybe it's personal. Maybe I don't agree with a lot of the skits, like the things he does in the skits. For me, I'll probably say Lasisi because I'm a fan first of all. When he started like the whole. Ranting, ranting about one thing or the other. Something just happened right now. But Lasisi, even within those rants, he had a story. Like he started introducing characters. He brought Brother Shegun inside his rants. There were a couple of characters.
With the junior sister.
He was making characters, and then he delved into other things. The spending, Sinzu. There's this schoolboy character that he had again. So these kind of things set him apart from Sidney Tucker. Do you know Sidney Tucker characters? Like,
no, it's not about characters, it's just the volume of skits he has done and how funny he is. For me, I just go with
this one. I'll go with Lasisi. Who else is there? Mr. Macaroni.
There are so many. There's Brother Shaggy
was good as well.
Lively.
MC Lively had a very good run, but
there's Mr. Macaroni. There are so much. There are too many.
Tawoma is good. Lai is the shout out. He's like probably the hottest right now. Lai, what's his son?
Gilmore.
Who's Gilmore?
Don't worry, you're not in that space. It's not for you.
What's Gilmore do? Let's have Gilmore.
No, Gilmore is a TikToker.
But yeah, Lai Wasabi, I'll give him a shout out as well. He does really good stuff.
I don't know Sydney.
And Chris Clown.
For starting it.
Yeah, he started well. Sorry, I just have to bring this guy. The one that was doing the job skits.
Sabinus?
No, not Sabinus.
Sabinus is a good shout.
Sabinus is a good shout. There was one guy that was in the job skill, like I think it was with Ndani TV.
Oh, Frank.
He was very good. He was very good as well.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He's not only he's really good.
Film. Nigerian movies. I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of Nigerian movies too. So maybe not. What do you think? Maybe you remind me of some things.
I can't remember them because there've been so many. I'll just go with something recent. I'll just go with King of Boys because it's recent. But I don't think it's the GOAT. But just to give an answer, because there've been so many. I don't think he's the King of Boys is the GOAT. But just to give an answer because there've been so many good movies and I can't recall because I watched so many Nigerian movies. Good. Okay.
So if you're talking about movies, the thing is again. Like we did with comedy, we did with music, we have to split movies. Like, because the old school movies were very good, right? Before this new school, a lot of money, flashiness, all of that. So with the old school movies, there are movies that are still relevant today. Relevant in the sense that they transform, like they have a cultural impact from Aki and Popo or Sophia.
That's it, I just can't remember the name of the movies. That's what I'm going to
the one Popo was in. For a movie to introduce a character and the character in that movie sticks to the actor for a long time. That's impact. Up till now, people still call them Aki and Popo from that movie. Up till now, people still call them Mr. Ibu. The other movie is Aki and Popo.
Oh, name of the initial movie.
There was Tom and Jerry. They did a number of movies, but it was Aki and Popo was the movie where the Aki and Popo. Or Sophia in London, same thing. The Mr. Ibu one, same thing. You understand? For a movie to have that, we are not having movies today that have that kind of impact, I think.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I would.
No, just go with King of Boys. Just for the sake of name something.
TV series.
I'm gonna go first with this one.
Again. Here's the thing. Nollywood. I'm not so into Nollywood. TV series. I'll probably go Tinsel.
Superstar. Yeah.
Tinsel. Yeah, I'll probably go Tinsel. But then there are some older ones. The Super Story era. Papa Jasco, Fuji House of Commotion, and then there are also newer series besides Tinsel, like Jennifer's Diary, Mr. Johnson, or the Johnson's Family, right? Johnson's. Those were good series as well, but I'm going to go Tinsel because the production from the onset was very good, and then consistency. It's pretty much a soap right now.
For me, I would what I would put is an unpopular opinion, so I'll just go with Doctor's Quarters. Because for him personally, that's the best Nigerian series I've ever watched in my life. It was way ahead of its time. He had K-Tension. They had so many good actors and actresses.
It was so good.
It was really, if it had come out now, I think it would be one of the biggest things on Netflix.
These are some of the like stories that can be or like areas that can be brought back in.
Yeah.
Besides Doctor's Paradise, during that time there was Edge of Paradise.
Edge of Paradise
was very good.
But I just go with Doctor's Quarters. For me, I've never watched a Nigerian series as good as Doctor's Quarters.
Yeah, I would think so.
So I'll go with Doctor's.
Last one.
Last but not the least, reality show.
So there's no contest.
Reality show that Nigerians watch the most, personally, I think.
Africa.
Yeah, I think it's Big Brother, but a lot of Nigerians watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Although it's not Nigerian, but consumption. I think a lot of Nigerians consume.
I don't think it's fair for us to bring that now.
No, just because a lot of Nigerians consume it.
A lot of Nigerians, more Nigerians probably watch Hollywood movies than they do Nollywood movies. But
I disagree with that, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think Nollywood movies are watched more in Nigeria than Hollywood
movies?
Yes.
They watch Nollywood movies more in Nigeria than Hollywood movies. Do you know how many people don't have access to
What access do you need
and go to cinema? Right, downloading it. Some people don't have that. Some people just want to be in front of the TV, whatever AIT shows.
How do people watch Nollywood movies right now?
On TV, DVDs, whatever. But reality show, let's go. I think it's Big Brother. That one is without shadow.
It's Big Brother, but there are other. Well, there's no competition. Is the thing. Before we had Martina Dancehall, we had Ultimate Search.
Guinness.
We had.
I say Guinness. Sorry. Yeah, Ultimate Search.
Yeah, there was Ultimate Search. There was Dancehall. There was this one Star used to do as well. Shine.
Star Quest.
There was Star Quest.
Yeah.
There was a lot of competition before, but now it seems
there's no money to fund it. There's no money.
So there's no money in Nigeria. Big Brother shows that money can be made. I think
if people are willing to watch, but what if people are not? So
Love Island
Ultimate Search, they tried it out and they failed.
Love Island advertised that there will be a Love Island Nigeria, but Love Island South Africa flopped. I don't know if that scared them or whatever reason. They just advertised Love Island Nigeria and then forgot about it. I would have loved to see it. I love Love Island.
For me, I just go with, I think this one, there's only one answer, Big Brother.
It's Big Brother, sure.
So, I think we've gone through everything, we've done everything good. I think we've gone through all the industry, we've done music, we've done rapping, we've done music and rapping and the same thing. We've done movies, we've done reality show, we've done series. I think we've covered every single thing.
Yeah,
So tell me what you think about your own goats in all the categories we've covered in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like the videos on Instagram or any other social platform. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you keep following the ranks of the Naija boy movement, and I'll make sure that I always deliver fire content as always. So peace out.
Alright, thanks Rance for having me.
Yeah, it was always a pleasure.
You thank me for being here.
That is your business.
Alright, man.
Alright.
That's it.